Let's be honest for a second. Hosting autumn gatherings can be incredibly stressful, right? I mean, between perfectly timing the turkey, getting the playlist just right, and making sure everyone is comfortable, figuring out how to actually entertain your guests is usually the absolute last thing on your mind. But what if you had a foolproof, ready to go system to keep the energy flowing from the second guests walk through the door until that very last piece of pie is gone? Well, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're breaking down your comprehensive guide to the ultimate fall party solution. So, we're unpacking a massive, beautifully designed bundle for the game party room. Now, this isn't just one or two quick activities. We're talking about a full 17 game collection specifically designed to ensure you have literally every single activity you could possibly need. Whether you're hosting a traditional Thanksgiving, a really lively Friendsgiving, or just a cozy fall get-together, this bundle has been curated to give you total peace of mind. It's a real game changer. To make this massive list super easy to digest, we've broken it down into 5 key parts: brain games and puzzles, fast-paced action challenges, cozy conversations, drinks, draws, and dares, and finally, hosting a winning party. Let's dive right in. Section 1 is brain games and puzzles. We're warming up the crowd with mental challenges. This zone is perfect for the beginning of the event, when folks are grabbing their first drink and just sort of settling in. Our perfect icebreaker here is the word scramble. It's a really simple, seated race where each player or team tries to unscramble 15 fall-themed words. Think words like pumpkin or harvest. The first one to get them all right wins. The underlying psychology here is actually fantastic. Word scrambles give your more socially anxious guests a low-pressure task right as they arrive, which eases them into the party without forcing awkward small talk. Plus, the bundle conveniently includes the answer key so you don't have to stress about solving it yourself. Rounding out the puzzle zone, we've got 4 more quick deployment games. First up, the word search, which tasks players with finding 12 hidden fall words. Then there's the A to Z race, and this one is incredibly fun. You have to write a fall-themed word for every single letter of the alphabet, and the first to finish takes the win. Next is the emoji game, where you decode phrases like pumpkin spice latte just by looking at a clever string of emojis. And finally, there's classic trivia. This features multiple choice questions about fall facts, like, why leaves actually change color. They're quick, intuitive, and they get everyone's gears turning right away. To cap off the brain games, we have Friendly Feud. It perfectly mimics the famous game show, and it plays out in 4 easy steps. Step 1, you, as the host, read a survey question aloud, something like, name a popular fall dessert. Step 2, teams discuss and write down their answers. Step 3, you reveal the top answers from the board, like apple pie for 34 points or pumpkin pie for 25 points. And Step 4, you tally it all up on the included team scoreboard. It is highly engaging, and it really gets teams talking. But what happens when everyone has been sitting around for a while, the appetizers are completely gone, and you just really need to wake the room up? Well, do you need to get your guests moving? That brings us to Section 2. Fast-paced action challenges, raising the energy with speed and movement. This is where the party tempo picks up. The volume definitely gets a little louder, and things get delightfully competitive. We've got 3 rapid-fire games in this section that test physical speed and quick reflexes. For the scavenger hunt, guests literally race to collect items listed on their sheet, like an acorn, a sweater, or a spoon. The one with the most items wins. In Think Fast, you've got to write down 3 items for specific categories, like things you see at a pumpkin patch, before anyone else finishes. And the 5-second game? That is pure adrenaline. You draw a card and have exactly 5 seconds to shout out 3 things that fit the category, like sounds you might hear on a fall day. The bundle also includes a brilliant take on the famous minute-to-win-it concept. It uses simple household items to create hilarious physical challenges that last exactly 60 seconds. You've got Cup Drop, where you're bouncing ping pong balls into cups, Cookie Face, where players have to scrunch their facial muscles to move a cookie from their forehead to their mouth, completely hands-free. There's a Cinnamon Spoon Race, which is a tricky balance challenge, Junk in the Trunk, where you furiously shake ping pong balls out of a tissue box tied to your waist, and Apple Towers, a race to stack apples the highest. It is guaranteed chaos and, honestly, so much laughter. Now, after everyone is completely out of breath from stacking apples and shaking out ping pong balls, it's probably time to shift the tone. Section 3 is cozy conversations and connections. We're slowing things down for meaningful moments. This next game is an absolutely fantastic mingling tool. Using prompts like loves pumpkin spice lattes or can name 5 kinds of pie, players have to walk around the room, talk to different guests, and find someone who matches the description to sign that specific box. The first person to get a row, column, or diagonal bingo wins. It forces guests who might not know each other well to interact on a much more personal level. For deeper storytelling, we have the talk dice game. And look, there are no winners or losers here. You simply roll 2 dice. The first die tells you the row on the sheet. The second tells you the column. You find where they intersect, read the prompt out loud, like, what is your favorite family recipe? And then you answer it. Pass the dice to the next person, and the stories just start flowing. It's a really wonderful way to spark genuine conversation, maybe around a fire or right after a big dinner. To wrap up the cozy section, there is ever or never. Players go down a list of fall activities, things like baked an apple pie or gone to a corn maze, and mark whether they've ever done it or never done it. Once everyone finishes, you compare answers. The person who has the most answers in common with the rest of the room wins. It's a really clever way to highlight shared experiences. But as the evening progresses, the dinner plates are cleared, people are letting their hair down. Are you ready to bring the rowdy party energy back? Section 4. Drinks, Draws, and Dares, the perfect late-night party games. These games are specifically tailored for when everyone is totally relaxed and ready for some real laughs. The bundle brilliantly reinvents some classic games here. You have printable cards for fall-themed charades and Pictionary, so you're acting out or drawing clues before that timer runs out. You've got printable sheets for tic-tac-toe, but my absolute favorite, the Scarecrow game. It is essentially Hangman, but instead of drawing a stick figure when someone guesses a wrong letter, the host draws parts of a scarecrow, head, body, arms, and legs. If the scarecrow is completed before the word is guessed, the host wins. And of course, no late-night party zone is complete without drinking games, which, by the way, can naturally be played with hot apple cider just as easily as anything else. We have Drink If, where you roll a die and complete an action, like the person to your left takes a drink. And then we have Grab a Drink If, where the host reads a prompt like, grab a drink if you have a hidden talent, and anyone it applies to takes a sip. It's a fantastic, loose way to keep everyone laughing and having a good time. Which brings us to Section 5, hosting a winning party. Let's wrap up the bundle details. You have all the games and the zones mapped out now, so let's briefly touch on what makes acquiring a bundle like this the ultimate hosting hack. Beyond the games themselves, the level of customer care is just incredible. The Game Room team offers a 100% love-it warranty. If you have any questions or you need a hand figuring out printing or setup, they actively encourage you to reach out. It literally makes downloading and using this massive 17-game toolkit a completely risk-free decision for your upcoming party. And as a brilliant little bonus found in the source materials, they even include a massive 40% off discount for your next purchase using the code 40discount at checkout. So once you absolutely crush this fall party, your winter holiday games are practically half off. Pretty great, right? From mental puzzles to 60-second physical challenges, deep conversations, and rowdy late-night laughs, this bundle gives you a complete, structured blueprint to host an unforgettable event. The only question left is, which game will you play first at your next gathering? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy hosting!